frame him like, where's Shy? Where's Shy? No, it would be like Batman.
True, because you can play it on PC now.
Yes, I now have it on PC.
We should play it together too. That would be really fun.
When New Hero Rises, we're almost done.
Well, yeah, no, I meant like not now, but like sometime.
Sometime.
In the midst of, trying to play Don't Starve together and Portal, and you know how that turned out.
Have I reinstalled Don't Starve together? That is not the file I need. Everyone just saw Discord. That's what I need. Okay. Yeah, I did put Don't Starve together on here. I wasn't positive. I was about to say, oh, it's stay on live.
I'm hoping that so I got this really awesome new laptop that can play like Warframe. It can sort of kind of play Overwatch, not really, but it's like the specs are that good. So I've been like thinking about trying to maybe try to do some streaming on that, because it's got its own camera, and I've been practicing, like working on it.
Do you know the Twitch app for the computer actually has the ability to do group calls while streaming?
Oh, that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
It would be good for when I use my laptop, which I'm still like getting everything on and making it work, but it has more room on it than my PC does. It's got like 1 terabyte.
Yeah.
My PC has
I should probably title is drunkenly close to the end, since I'm getting drunk. And what was the thing for AIDS stuff? Because it's AIDS week. What was it? Because the Twitch app update is like, hey. So there we go. Because
I don't know. Doing what?
Twitch is joining the Coca-Cola Red Foundation for because the other day was National AIDS Day.
Yeah, I remember
I
that.
performed for that instead. But they're like, hey, anybody who titles this in their stream is participating. So,
cool.
I'm doing it.
Nice. Nice.
I'll just do it drunkenly close to the red.
Drunkenly close to the red. Nice.
Yes. Yes. Because I may be a small timer, but you know what? I don't care. I really don't. So, okay. Alright. Let me do a couple quick things real quick. Where's my thing? There it is. It's like, where the flippity frackety dackety clackety is this all?
Clackety?
I'm tired. Leave me alone. I just found out, like, in one of my new shift, they're like, hey, we know you asked us to do this, but so guess what? You're gonna start coming in on work on Sundays to do what you ask. I'm like, what?
Wait, what?
What? Hey. There we go. Yeah. Okay, people. Trump administration is slowly getting found guilty and stuff. So don't worry, guys. This stuff's gonna get by. Because right now, trust me, I'm screwed for school because of the new bill. Oh, you don't know what happened?
No, what happened?
Somebody posts pictures of my wife. Oh, hello. Hi, wife. The Senate just passed a bill that royally fucks over anybody going for higher education.
Oh,
while giving the rich a tax break.
What the fuck? What?
Yes. Yes.
How is that even allowed?
White rich men. So if any of you guys are looking for somebody to spoil and want to become my sugar daddy, I am open. You can pay for my school. You can pay for my surgery and everything. I'll just sit here and look pretty for you.
Okay.
You'll get nothing sexual out of me. I'm sorry. Um, I care none about this
I
shit.
care not.
I care none. Oh my god. I'm already feeling it because I got strong vodka.
Oh my
yeah.
goodness.
Drinking it. Alright, okay. Alright. Okay, so. Yeah, I'm still already feeling it. That's not supposed to happen. Let's be real here, people. This shenanigans is not supposed to happen. This works. That works because I can see my chat. No, I'm. That's gonna make me so uncomfortable if it's like that. All right, so we're back with the Hero Rises trilogy. We are hopefully gonna be close finishing it tonight. Hopefully, and then we get to do Redemption season, and then hopefully soon Zach will release the new one.
Yes.
So, I see you, Brett. I see you in my chat. I see you. Alright, so, let's do this. Chapter 10, Void. You don't take any time to stand outside the barbed wire and gaze. You don't stop to reflect. You don't pause to prepare yourself because you're ready. You have your plan. Break into the Devoid and free your allies. Then put an end to Victon's corruption and free your parents forever. You're in control now, and you know what needs to be done, so you're not going to give your enemies a second to see you coming. You're just going to strike. Hi, there's alcohol.
Hello.
Hi. As your supersonic flight pulls into the Devoid into full view, you know the prison guards are bound to have all kind of nasty and unique defenses. Now that your powers have returned, there is no health consequence for power use, and your power cost is stabilized, so you can finally use your abilities the way they're meant to be. Oh, sweet Jesus, I get to be drunk and do hallelujah.
Oh my god.
My Queen Bee, in this grand battle, you're going to need to use every one of your skills, Micha Paolu says as she appears wearing a silver samurai geisha look up, getting ready for war herself.
Oh my god.
I love it.
Oh my god.
Every decision.
Hallelujah, you never fail us.
Every decision will be based on your defining status. So I'll be informing you of the battle of the trends best I can. And Sugar Mama, can I say the best of luck?
Thanks, Hallelujah, you say. Now let's do this.
Oh, God. Put some hair on my chest. That's how long it's been since I've had real vodka. I've been getting the cheap off-brand stuff. No. So I cover it. I dropped $15 on this sucker.
Oh my god.
I'm happy. Cover the brand, so I'm not because I'm not sponsored or promoted by them. All right, don't stop. Get it. Now, while breaking into the Devoid, make sure you stay true to your offensive or defensive ways. All right, and we are a defensive person with 56% defensive.
All right.
So, as the Devoid rushes into view before you, you speed up, already knowing your plan to. Break into the Devoid with my full power, taking no mercy. Yeah, that already is not us. That is not us.
Yeah.
It's like nuclear blast. Oh god. Also, I remember how this ends, so I need to be drunk for it. Break into the Devoid by disarming all defenses, staying hidden as long as possible. I'll use every ounce of atomic and gravity stealth. Well, I was trying to say shield. To sneak my way inside and increase my chances of successfully and by avoiding unnecessary conflict. Break into the Devoid with full power and be sure not to cause any undue harm or destruction. It's time I utilize the full range of my powers, but only when conflict appropriately calls for it. I want to go sneaky. What about you?
We can go sneaky, sneaky.
We're going sneaky, sneaky. With all your best anti-surveillance, nuclear gravity, and super speed tricks at hand, you manage to get through the Devoid's outer perimeter shields, power dampening yards, and guarded lobby with joy-defended inner walls without a hitch.
Nice.
Somehow, the more you return your powers, the stronger you feel. Though you're not as well practiced as executing sensitive... Oh my Jesus, dogs.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. They are seriously expecting my parents to be home any minute. And let me see how far away they are. Yeah, they're still like 2 hours away. Unless somebody's out there with a pizza for me that I didn't even order. And it's all paid for. I'll be happy.
Magic pizza.
Magic pizza! I mean, at the point I'm getting magic pizza would be fucking fantastic. Because all I had to eat for dinner was waffles. And no, just toasted waffles.
Well, they definitely could use some more nutrients.
Yeah, that's why I have green tea and vodka.
Vodka's gonna kind of take away from that, you know.
It's made from potatoes.
That doesn't mean it's stayed potatoes.
It's got nutrients. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. Nutrients. It's gluten free.
Oh well, if it's gluten free, then
there's like
totally
there's like not a nutrients thing. All I have on here, serving size 15.
15 what?
Oh, 1.5 ounces. It's tiny letters.
15.
Serving size container.
15.
17. 40%. 97 calories, so I'm getting nutrients. Carbohydrate 0. Oh, that's 0. Oh, no protein either. But it's got nutrients.
It's got like a little bitty bit.
A little bit. All right.
Don't worry about you and your health.
What's health? I mean, the government doesn't care about it.
Oh, man.
I'm just being so fucking political tonight.
I was like, well, you're not wrong.
I'm not wrong. They don't care about education. They don't care about their people's health. They only care about being fucking rich bastards. And this is gonna. I guarantee you, someone on YouTube is gonna be like, "Oh, this person's just talking shit." I don't give a shit. I speak the truth. I am the Lorax.
You speak
Watch
for
me,
the
bitch.
gays. And the Lorax you speak for the gays.
The Lorax.
Did you ever see that, like, one, like, it was an old Tumblr post. It was something like, I'm Macklemore, I speak for the gays.
Oh my god. He does not speak for us.
No, he doesn't.
No. No. Honey, no. The only straight person who ever had the right to speak for us, oh, actually, there are a couple. Judy Garland and Debbie Reynolds. Those are my people. Those are the ones who I say had even the closest shred of dignity to speak for the gays. And Bay Arthur. Well, Bay Arthur, she's Bay, absolute Bay.
Bay Arthur.
No, she actually started several LGBT youth homeless shelters.
Well, that's good. It is.
Yes. So pretty much, if you're a white woman who, oh well, yeah, let's be real. A white woman who is part of gay culture, yeah. I mean, damn, Trump does not want to bar allies. He's nowhere near close to being a friend of Dorothy.
This is truth.
Yes, I speak the truth. I am the Lorax. I speak the truth.
Yeah, I speak for the truth.
All right.
Oh dear, so, this is gonna be something.
So as you fly through one of the Devoid's strong power dampening fields, you feel your infinity manipulated invisibility betrays you. You manage to activate a shield within seconds to continue your break-in, but not before a plasma droid lands a blast to your chest and knocks the wind clear out of you. Well then.
Whoops.
You could have never pulled this kind of off attack with your old powers, even your old infinity powers. But these new, seemingly unlimited powers, you feel like you could do anything. By taking the infinity regular shot had a hidden silver lining, because it seems to have made your powers much stronger upon returning. Or maybe your body has just finally had time to adjust and settle into these new infinity powers through that period of dormancy. Either way, you can't wait to rub your return powers in present victims in the meek movement's face.
Ah.
Moving along, you keep pushing your way through until you reach your first destination, Maximum Security Infinity Wing, where you hope to find your parents. Though before you break inside, the madness truly begins. You know you have to decide what you want the world to see. If you're going to connect with Junie to your broadcast your actions inside the Devoid, now's the time to start. Make this decision with your fame and justice habits in mind. Meechip Hallelujah appears. We're mostly justice, so
yeah.
I would say allow broadcast footage so I can expose the Devoid's injustice.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, because
I like that sounds exactly like us.
Because I like the other one too, but we're trying to expose the evil as well. All right, hold on. Yeah, our injustice went up by 2%. You don't care how you end up looking. All that matters is showing the world what truly happens inside Victon's favorite little horror show, The Devoid. Since this decision is lined with your justice-seeking ways, you're sure to receive a legend boost when the footage hits the public. You command Meechip Hallelujah to record everything and send the feed directly to Junie, wherever she is. Recording with it's like I'm like reading ahead of myself for some reason.
Oops.
Recording with your Meechip like this will give up your GPS location, but that seems to be a rather moot point now that you're smack dab in the center of the Devoid. Confident in your decision, you push through the Maximum Security Infinity Wing. There are a dozen of unique cells in this wing, each tailored specifically to hold its high-risk inhabitants. The sight of them all sends a chill up your spine. You can think of a few things worse than being trapped in a cell like this, deprived of your powers. Your eyes is the first to dawn to a suspended cell suspended in midair. I'm not that drunk, I promise. I promise. Dear. I am not that drunk.
Not yet, at least.
Not yet. Yeah. It appears to be made of a zero-gravity steel cage with pure energy, which makes it the perfect prison for a telekinetic, since there's nothing to mind move. And sure enough, you spot #relatable grandpa sitting inside the cell.
Relatable grandpa.
Yes. Come to the hammer. It's good to see you, the Crush says from his spot on the floor. His usually vibrant... Oh, I dropped my bridges better. His vibrant eyes eerily dull. Though, if you're here, I can only imagine how dire things must have... Oh, wait, wrong voice. I can only imagine how dire things must have grown. I am sorry to say, but they've already moved your parents hours ago. I forgot he had a William Shatner-like voice.
Oh my god.
The crushed words cut you like a knife. You were hoping that your parents would be here, and this could all be over quickly. Though you suppose you should have known better. After all that's happened, you're going to have to fight to keep your parents alive, assuming they're still alive in the first place.
Oh, yikes.
Mm-hmm. If you'll have me, I'd like to help you save them, the crust says, standing and walking to the edge of a cell. If you do not believe me, my own execution is scheduled for next week. So you can trust that I'll do whatever you need to bring Victon's world tumbling down. However you feel about the Crush and what he's done in his life, you know that he was framed in the Hero Project and placed in the Devoid unjustly. At least this time around. Besides, you need all the firepower you can muster, not to mention Oh, hey. Not to mention someone who knows their way around this sluggish hellhole. So so how are you gonna bush the Crush out of his maximum security skill? Make this decision with your unleash and control habits in mind. Michia Palu appears to warn you. And we are very much in control.
Yeah, it's true. We are.
So it's gonna be a disarm. Let's be real.
Yeah. Yeah.
Disarm. We're at 50 power. Yay! That's not good.
Yay! Not yay.
Yeah. Closing your eyes, you pinpoint the cell's gravity and energy system to disarm them with a thought. When you open the eyes, the Crush floats out of his cell with ease. Thanks to all your practice controlling your powers, this move works perfectly. Many thanks, the Crush says as he lays next to you. It appears that the Devoid's power dampenings are malfunctioning, but I can thank you for that treat. You hear the Crush, but you're too distracted by another malfunction. Whatever you did bust over the Crush's cell seems to have a domino effect. You can see some of the other unique cells beginning to deconstruct.
Oh dear. Who else is in this wing, you ask?
Far too many innocent infinity powers, I can tell you that. The Crush starts. But for every one of them, there's also a dangerous criminal to match. I am pretty sure the Infinite Order are somewhere in here as well. You turn back to the cells, knowing you don't have time to curate who stays put and who escapes. So what should you do? Make this decision with your lawless and lawful habits in mind. And we are lawful.
Yeah. We are very lawful.
No, we're not. We are like 36% lawless.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let the prisoners all go free, good or bad, to cover my mission here with a distraction and send a message to the world about what happens when they mess with power individuals. Let them all go free, good or bad, to save them from future IRP or Devoid mistreatment. I do like that, to be honest. Put everyone back in their cells before they can escape, because it's not my place to decide their fate, good or bad. Put everyone back in the cells before they can escape, because it's most important to be seen stopping villains. See, letting them all go free is lawless, but when they're good and they're in there innocently, I don't like it.
Yeah, if they're good and they're innocent, like, that's...
And we don't know who all is good or innocent, too. Fuck, Zach, I'm trying to get drunk and do this instead I'm thinking philosophy.
Philosophy.
Like, yeah, I'm getting intoxicated. Trevor, what should we do? You don't care, you're a cat. He just gave me this side-eyed look like, what the fuck you want?
What the fuck you want, peasant? Peasant?
I hold his treats. He's not gonna call me a peasant.
Oh, true. I think that the second one.
Okay. Alright.
Let them go, you say.
Oh god, we're now at 48% lawless.
Oh, whoops.
But we're still majority lawful, so it works. Alright, continue. Oh, shit.
Oh god. Let them go, you say. We have other inmates to attend to. You turn to leave, not waiting for a second opinion, or to see who gets freed. You're here to change the way of things, and that's exactly what you've done here. However, since the decision isn't in line with your usually lawful ways, you're expecting a small hit to your legend level for this bold move.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
You can read for a little bit.
Okay. Let's see. As you move through the Devoid with the Crush, you watch through an invisible wall as the high-tech, well-equipped Devoid guards try to take you down with all the force they can muster. When the guards finally did reach you for a few minutes ago, you were about to throw up a shield when the Crush asked if he might provide a telekinetic bubble shield instead. He wanted to stretch his powered legs after such a long period of being denied the use of his powers, which is just as well because as you reached your final destination inside the void, you realize that you're probably going to need the extra power you saved up. Dun dun dun.
Okay.
Since the entire millennial group has been detained in adjoining units in their own cell block, the Diva, Processor, Monk, Gila, Static, and Lucky are all imprisoned in individual power dampening cells connected in one big containment unit. As the devoid guards keep pouring from all around you, you know it won't be long before some truly heavy artillery shows up to stop you, especially after your public announcement. There's no time to free each millennial group member individually, so what are you going to do to set them loose?
Make this decision based on your final power regain point tally. I'm not trying the voice right now. Our power regain points is 13. Alright, so we could take advantage of the higher power point regain by returning the grav lifting the entire cell block. Don't push my powers return, and instead force the devoid guards to open the cells with precise gravity manipulations. That seems a little too evil.
Yeah. I just like the way that it's said is
or ask the Crush to help with his telekinesis so I can save my own power. So either the first one or the second one. Haha. Oopsie.
I don't really understand the first one, but the last one seems
well. The first one is
reasonable.
We lifted up and moved the entire cell block outside.
Like outside the devoid?
Yes.
Oh God. Well, it sounds like we need to hold on to our power for the big boss, but then again, we don't want to like use Crush. I don't know. I'm confused. You make a decision.
I'm drunk. I'm getting there.
So either way, it's probably gonna be an equal decision.
I mean, we got a lot of points still, so I would say let's do the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Okay. It costs it says our thing was low. Fuck you. It costs way more power than you expect because of your power regain being low, but you strain to pull the move off anyway. You eliminate the gravity of the entire cell so that it rockets upwards straight through the roof. It must not be a fun ride for the Millennium Group, but you know they're all tough enough to handle it. Flying up beside the hovering cell block, you continue to manipulate gravity to move the cells to the back of the devoid while the Crush shields you. Our power is now 20.
Yeah, I'm like our
we got an achievement.
Luck comes lately.
Luck be a lady tonight.
Oh my God. With the Millennial Group freed, you gather behind the devoid to regroup. Though before you can stop planning, you make sure to grab your boyfriend Lucky and give him a long kiss.
What was that for? He asked when you finally let go.
Who knows how this last battle is going to turn out, you say. I just wanted to make sure I did that while I still had the chance.
Well, if that's what's waiting for me on the other end of this thing, Lucky starts, then I'll make damn sure we slug and win.
Aww.
I love I give him such a southern accent.
So, what's the plan? The diva asks, all business as usual. The plan is... Oh, either way.
No, just do it.
The plan is that we find President Victon and my parents and we end this, you say. Plain and simple. I think were you processing?
Well, locating them shouldn't prove too difficult. The processor says, pointing her spindly finger away from the devoid. In the distance, you pass a massive field. You see a large erected stage, one that appears to be heavily shielded. You immediately know that's where Victon plans to execute your parents. Flying forward without another word, you trust your allies to find a way to follow you. As you approach the field, you see that not only the President Victon's stage shield is also heavily guarded. In the field, you can make out many more devoid guards, a veritable Power Breakers power suit police army. Ooh, I got a cramp in my boob. Ooh, sweet Jesus.
Ow.
Ooh, sweet Jesus. No, there's the other gauge that I need to put in my ears. Me chip agents and the AP, just to name a few. Wait, there's more. There seems to be a dozen more powered heroes and 100 of unpowered citizens there to support Victon's cause. Now you know why you face so little resistance inside the Devoid. All your biggest enemies seem to be gathered out here already. If the sight wasn't chilling enough, you get close enough to see President Victon's stage. You size up and inhabit it. Commander Constantine Obax stands surrounded by many meek lieutenants, right next to the first family themselves. Miss Victon, President Victon, and Jury, who must have teleported or hoverlifted right over after you saw him in the hospital. The first family are also surrounded by dozens of Secret Service agents, and they all stand in front of a giant cell that holds your parents.
Oh.
Alright, let me check. Okay. Seeing your parents in person, handcuffed and detained like this, surges so many emotions, though you thought you almost dropped out of the sky, but you steady your course because you know that's up to you to save them. Let me finish this glass. Ugh. I promise I'm not putting more vodka in.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm not. You can see on screen.
Oh, okay.
You can see on my stream. Oh, I put a little too much in there, so. It's all green tea now. And they think they're home again. Oh my god, dogs. Oh my god.
Poor babies.
My parents have been out all day. Alright. Though so much stands in the way of doing so, you also know that you'll have to be at your best to defeat the forces that stand tall against you. As you reach the edge of the veil where Victon supporters gather in front of the stage, you see an entirely different crowd. One blocked off behind a massive energy fence. A crowd of protesters there to support you. At the head of the pack, you spot Grandma, Officer Sanders, and Junie, all decked out for war and covered with weapons.
Hell yeah.
Go, Grandma! Your heart swells as you fly down behind the fence to join Grandma, caught off guard by the burst of applause and cheers that greet you as you land. It looks like many of these people have been here for hours, obviously planning to protest your parents' execution no matter what. You see several new faces arriving, no doubt spurred out by the announcement you posted before breaking to the void. In the distance, it looks like Victon's crown is beginning to react to the arrival of you and your allies. This reunion won't last very long. I'm about to cry.
No.
You pull Grandma into a hug. And it's the first one that's making me cry. I'm so glad you're here. I couldn't do this without you. Let's pick that one.
I like that one too.
Oh god, okay, I gotta get more. Okay, oh my god. Oh my god. I'm being so fucking gay and over dramatic. Hold on, I need
You gay? Never.
Yes. Oh my god. I'm trying to try this. Because I am actually tearing up.
No.
Oh, God. We're ending this, Grandma says.
That like got so anticlimactic. It's like I'm tearing up. Where? It's like, well, I should have actually seen that coming.
See, I get excited doing Grandma's voice, but Grandma says in your ear, once and for all.
Yeah.
You let Grandma go, both terrified and warm to have her here. Though she's right, you all deserve to finish this together. So you turn to Officer Sanders and say,
thank you for keeping Grandma safe and for being here now.
my pleasure, Officer Sanders says, lifting one of the many guns he has brought to a show of support. Then you turn to Junie and say, thank you too for everything.
Oh yeah. Don't thank me. Oh wait, no, she has the news. All right. Don't thank me. I'm here because it's the right thing to do, Julie says. And because it's what Sonia would have wanted. Now what's next?
Wait! Where's Jenny? Grandma suddenly asks, looking around. I don't see her in your group there.
Jenny was injured along the way, you explained, but she's fine. She's safe and recovering right now. So let's win this one for her sake, okay? Oh, for her sake?
Grandma nods, looking relieved. Oh, sweet Jesus, I get to do Gigi's voice. Oh, yes.
All right.
You can read.
Then behind Grandma and Officer Sanders, you notice Gigi in a brand new tank-like people mover, decked out in camouflage moo-moo. Behind him stands the bear and mock girl, suited up and ready for battle.
I'm wearing a moo-moo, motherfuckers!
Oh my god.
And my cat's just staring at me like, what the fuck are you doing?
Are you...
I'm dying over the camera, moo-moo. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm loving that so much. Oh, hold on. This needs to be a command. It really does. I need to make this command on here. Brett's gonna be like, what the fuck is this command? I made a new one.
Made a new command.
Uh-huh. There we go. Alright. I got it.
You got it?
Yes! If you now, guys, if you put the command moo-moo, it will say, gotta love that camo moo-moo, Gigi.
Oh my god, beautiful.
Yes. Don't pay us any special attention, Gigi says. We talked it over, and we're here to support you, just like we always have. Now go ahead, my generals. Oh my god. Come in, your army. As you raise your gaze, you see there are hordes of powered heroes here to fight for you. You thought you just had the Millennial Group, your boyfriend Lucky, the Crush, and your family to rely on, but as you look over the ranks gathered here, your heart nearly explodes. Especially because you recognize dozens of familiar faces, including the Molten Ladies, Suka, Johnny Biscotti, Galaxia, and many more. Aww. You feel as amazing as this feels, but you can't help to feel a tiny sting. Because I thought Prodigal would be here for sure. I expected Black Magic to finally show some support. You mean you finally show some balls, right?
Right.
I wish Jenny could be here. There's no saying I'm proud of the army of supporters I've built. Either Prodigal or Jenny.
Yeah, I was actually like instinctually towards Jenny there. I was just like, Jenny! But
So, Jenny?
yes.
Having Null here, bionic upgrades or not, it would have been a major advantage. Still, you're going to have to find a way to finish this fight without Jenny. You just hope you can do her proud.
Of course.
As you turn towards Victim's forces, with your own army at your back, you feel a surge of adrenaline hit your system. It's so strong, you can feel it boosting your power level. You may have had a lower power regain turn, but it's because you often prioritize working with your allies over using your powers. Oh, that's why we should have asked the crush.
Oh, okay. Jeez.
Well, we're back at 55, so we're good, baby. We're good. So having this many at your back definitely helps surge your power higher, which is good because you know that you're going to need all that power you can get. Just hope that after your performance breaking out your allies of the Devoid, your level will be high enough to survive. You have a feeling that the difference between life and death in this upcoming battle could all boil down to a few simple mistakes. So you're going to have to be pretty sucker near flawless to win this thing. But we have the warning system, so we good.
We good?
We gay. As President Victim's...
We gay.
We gay.
For sure.
We definitely gay.
We
As
gay.
President Victim's forces finally surge forward, your own forces ready themselves. All I can see is like Grill just getting all ready in her tacky looking clothes. Is like, let's go, motherfuckers! While Sanders stands there with the pistol going, let's go, motherfuckers. The difference between the two, and then Gigi's just standing there, is like, "Let's go!" My cat's face is like absolutely priceless as I do this. Let's go!
It's like, are you fucking insane? You're like, yes,
Trevor.
yes, I am.
Let's do this. Okay, I got a picture. I'm gonna post it on Twitter real quick.
Oh my god.
Summary: your cat thinks you're on crack during stream. Kind of drunk streaming, and your son thinks you're insane, which you are.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Nope. There we go, it's up. Okay, alright. Your own forces ready themselves. With a dozen of camera orbs suddenly rolling out to capture the battle, you fire a rattling blast into the sky. And with this fired shot, the final Devoid War begins. Next chapter, Finite. As the chaos begins, in the distance you see Secret Service encircle the First Family on the stage, which begins to hover off the ground, shield and all. The stage itself must be some kind of hovercraft. The erupting battle, you can just make out President Victim trying to argue with the Secret Service agents. Clearly, he wants the state to carry out the execution of your parents, who remain helpless inside their cell on stage. He must...
Ooh, not a good idea.
No. He must also want to be there for the final fight. Well, that's fine, you think. Staying put is one of the only Victim's wishes you are willing to grant today.
Ooh. We gonna get done.
We're gonna get done hard. With a blink of an eye, Cat, what the fuck are you doing? No, don't give me that attitude. That's what I thought. Go lie down. With the blink of the eye, you root the hover stage back to the ground with triple gravity and maintain the energy force field, making it impenetrable from both without and within. President Victim's people can try all they want, but you know that no one's going to be getting rid on or off of that shielded stage, which means Victim is yours. But first, you're going to have to get through the battlefield of enemies. As you push forward, you can make You make sure to enclose your parents' cell in its own smaller energy shield so that no one will be able to touch them before you make it there. As you fly forward, you glide high above the clashing armies beneath you. Your inner circle makes sure to stay close to you. Well, this is good. Oh, I now can imagine just Grandma just like, vines! Vines! And my son's, oh my God, I'm sorry, Eugene. Eugene was terrified of me going, vines! Because like his ears are flattening, like, what the fuck?
Aww.
And my cat's just like, what the fuck are you doing? Trevor, baby? You know your name. You do know your name. Trevor. Don't you put your ears like that, mister. That's a good kitty. You're adorable, you're beautiful, and I'll give you treats later. He's like, wait, what?
What?
They're right over there. I will give them to you. Alright. Which is good since a flock of armed devoid guards, meek movement Meechip Armada agents, that's a mouthful, and this is also a mouthful, Power Breaker Battlesuit Brigade.
Whoa, Jesus Christ.
Yes. Come straight at you. You know you can handle all of these threats alone with your new power level, but you also know that you need to conserve as much power as possible to fight the big baddies ahead. So you turn to your allies knowing you can deploy the Crush, the Millennium Group, and the trio of Officer Sanders, Grandma, and Junie separately. Your first instinct is to keep an eye on Grandma by your side, but Officer Sanders and Junie are more capable of keeping an eye on her, given that your focus has to be somewhere else during this fight.
I mean, that's fair.
Alright. Turning back to the battlefield, you realize there are 3 sets of enemies and 3 groups of allies at your disposal. So it's up to you to figure out who's best suited to defeat each threat.
Boy.
Each enemy has its own threat level player. Meechip Hallelujah pops up for you. The Devoid Guards are a smaller threat. The Meek Armada are medium, and the Power Breaker Squad are a high threat. So assign these matchups accordingly. As a commander, you must first decide which allies best suited to handle the Power Breaker Brigade. I would say the Millennium Group.
Yeah, I think the Millennial Group too.
Yes. The Meechip Movement Armada, the Crush.
Yeah, the Crush. With his telekinesis, it can break
And
them
then
down.
Grandma, Officer Sanders, and Junie for the guards. Because with the medium level, I think the Crush can handle them great. But with the large numbers of all that, it would be really good. So. Alright. As your allies heed your commands, you linger a moment to make sure you choose your mashups wisely. The Millennium Group engages the Power Breaker Battlesuits in a furious fight. The Battlesuits try to negate each of the group's powers, but they find unique ways to apply their powers to catch their attackers off guard. The Diva voice blasts a whistle tone frequency so that it disrupts the Battlesuits' weapon signals, and the Monk uses here telekinetics to disrupt their flight patterns. 2 unexpectedly defensive moves from these usually offensive heavy hitters. Once they are thrown off, the Processor, Helia, and Static use physical and electrical attacks to take down the Battlesuits one by one. It's a close fight, but you definitely seem to apply the correct amount of forces with this matchup.
Yay!
Then you turn to the Crush and are happily fighting him, dismantling the Meek agents with precision and earning some much-needed payback.
Aw, yeah!
Perfect!
Perfect.
Next to the raging battle, you find Officer Sanders, Grandma, and Junie tearing through the Devoid Guards. Officer Sanders and Junie are using their considerable arsenals to blast through the guards, while Grandma uses every plant in her repertoire to distract and disarm. Seeing that you arrange all these mashups perfectly, you decide to move on. As you begin to fly towards Lucky, flies forward, Lucky catches the eye and moves to join you. Before he can reach you, however, you indicate to Lucky that he should stay behind, because you need someone you can trust to look out for Grandma and the rest of your allies if you can't be there yourself. Lucky doesn't look too happy about it, but he nods, knowing exactly what to do. Lucky may just be one of the most selfless heroes you've ever met, and you're lucky to call him your own.
Oh my god! feels.
Oh, I need another one. I'm sorry. I need another one. Lucky. Undo command. Lucky is the greatest superhero boyfriend ever and has stolen my heart. There we go. Now we have a new one. I just used my own things to activate my channel.
Oh my god.
Yes. Alright. As you break forward towards the stage, you stop short as a blue haze appears in front of you. And one you recognize is an anti-recording field. In the center, you see what's left of the Infinity Elite. The Hound, Splicina, Scoundrel, and Seath. However you cut it, it's a bold move for President Victon to have his wet work tracking squad here. Though this grand finale requires on hands on deck for both sides, you suppose.
I suppose.
Knowing this fight could get ugly, you pause to check your levels. Your power is 45 and your health is 85. So, do we want to recharge it a bit? I say recharge 10.
Okay, yeah.
We're now at 55-75.
Sounds good.
All right. Make this decision with your offensive and defensive habits in mind. All right.
So we're more on the defensive.
Yeah. So, not a hammer.
But we're the captain here.
No! We can neutralize them or let their attacks hit each other. I actually like the neutralization one, to be honest.
Yeah, I like that too.
All right. You're dealing with animals here, so you might as well treat them as such.
Oh.
Generating an energy gun construct, you begin firing your energy darts into Scoundrel, Sheath, and Splicina with relatively ease. While you're busy with these three, the Hound manages to sneak up behind you, clawing at your back with a vicious swipe.
Ooh.
Howling, you fire the gun back over your shoulder to knock him out.
Ouch.
Reporting for duty!
Oh my god.
Gigi suddenly says, appearing out of nowhere with the bear and Matt Girl. Just as you're about to speak, the AP suddenly surges forward and ambushes Gigi, Matt Girl, and the bear without warning.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God. Alright. Before you can intervene, Sideshow forces a laser rod into the bear's mouth. Wintry freezes Matt Girl in place, and Rebellion lifts Gigi out of his people mover with surprisingly ease. Alright. I'm gonna make you! Gigi tries to start, but Rebellion tosses him aside before he can finish this. A crumpled Gigi to the ground with a heavy thud. Stacia stands over the bear's unconscious body saying, "That's you."
I've been waiting a long time to do that, you unbelievable oaf.
Though next to her, Stacio's best friend Wintry stares at Matt Girl, her former hero project ally, with dismay. Seeing this display, you clench your fists, ready for a fight.
It's going down.
As the AP stand before you, several Soda's cameras swivel to film. You must have exited the anti-recording haze. You also see that the AP is the last line of defense before you reach President Victon's stage. You are the biggest plane in the ass I've ever known, Rebellion says from a spot at the point of the team. Reveal what Rebellion's weapon did to Jenny, insult him back, just get to the fight. Let's expose him. Let's do that.
Yes.
That genocidal weapon you brought to the Millennium Tower nearly killed my best friend. You respond, not in the mood for quippy games. And you, Rebellion, will be held accountable.
Ooh.
As Rebellion's rough face turns sour, you think about the choices you made at the Millennium Tower. Just right before Jenny was shot. You were going to try to recruit Rebellion by telling him the truth. And to honor Jenny's sacrifice, that's what you're going to do now. Usually, Rebellion is fast enough to attack first with the element surprise, but you're going to steal a trick out of his playbook this time. Rocketing forward as super fast, you grab Rebellion by his costume. Before he even knows what's going on, you fly Rebellion high into the sky, away from prying eyes on the camera. I'm only going to tell you this once, you shout at Rebellion before you can try anything. President Victon framed my parents using Miss Artillery, who's been alive all this time. That's what I've been up to these past few days, finding a way to prove it, and I did. Obviously, there's much more to the story than that, but you don't have any time to spare. Besides, if Rebellion doesn't believe you, you've already compromised too much information, so there's no need to tell him anymore. You scan Rebellion's face looking for a trace of emotion. Then you see it. Rebellion believes you and thinks your ideological ways. He doesn't say anything. He just nods at you, his eyes wide. Then Rebellion twists out of your grip and begins to free fall back to the ground, a look of total devastation on his face. Rebellion must have had his suspicions about this all somehow, because it looks like you just confirmed every worst fear he's ever had. Dun, dun, dun.
He does. He has made that kind of expression.
Yep.
So I mean,
you don't know what Rebellion's going to do when he hits the ground, but you know one thing for sure. He won't be trying to stop you anymore.
well, I mean that's an accomplishment.
Uh-huh. With their leader out of the picture, Inheritance steps up as deputy leader to command the rest of the AP, which is currently counts a fistful amongst its ranks. That slugger must have stuck around with them after turning you onto Millennium Tower. Captain Hammer has proven himself to be a true power terrorist. I don't remember his voice. Inherit shouts, pointing at you. And the AP does not tolerate terrorism. There we go, I'll do a voice. That makes it sound like I'm the president. It's gonna be huge. Just as you're thinking about all the ways you're gonna pay Inherit back for his little speech, Fistful suddenly turns and swings at Summit. I was wrong, Captain Hammer. Fistful screams at Summit, manages to swerve away from the blow. But I'm on the right side now.
I don't.
Oh my god.
What?
What's happening?
Yeah, this is like whoa.
We're in the Twilight Zone, people.
Do 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 do.
I don't know the Twilight Zone. I've watched the Twilight Zone. I don't remember its theme song. As Summit and Fistful go at it, Wintry suddenly stops in her tracks too, on the verge of tears. Her whole body starts to shake.
I can't do this anymore, she whispers, or at least that's what you think she says. Wasn't I a stage show too?
Yeah.
What are you doing, MJ? Stage show set turns and calls back to her. We need to end this now. Yes, we do, Wintry says, icicle tears freezing on her cheeks as she clenches her fist. Wintry raises her hands to shoot an ice blast directly at her supposed best friends. Huh. Looks like some people can change. Again.
As Stage Show and Wintry go at it, all you can think of, this is what happens when you build something on a rotten foundation. You crumble. So much for America's #1 power team. Leave them to fight it out. Thank Wintry and Fistful as I move on. Blast them all away anyways. We thank Wintry and Fistful.
Yeah.
Wintry is too busy to hear your thanks, but Fistful manages a quick nod before returning to pounding on Summit. The American procreates. Hey! They have fallen apart in front of you, but Inherit, the stubborn slugger that he is, still comes at you. No matter what lies you divide, Inherit shouts on the first. The meek shall inherit the earth. Shall inherit. Before Inherit comes at you, Rebellion suddenly reappears, looking more furious than ever. With a guttural scream, he punches a hole straight. Oh god, I thought it said his chest. Oh
Ooh.
my god.
Oh, that would have
golden
been.
shield. That would have been so bad.
Yeah.
You watch stunned. You never see anyone break through one of Inherit's shields like that, let alone with their bare hands. As Rebellion backhands Inherit to the ground, he turns to you. I'll finish things here. Rebellion says, determination burning in his orange eyes. You nod at Rebellion before he turns back to face Inherit, because you got more work to do. Battle rages on, or all around you, but you know there's only one way to truly end this. So with a swipe of your hand, you open the shield you constructed earlier and float on the stage that holds the victims and your parents. As you do this, the Secret Service and Mickey lieutenants open fire at you, but you easily stop their bullets with a swift gravity shield, an energy swipe, or a classic shield. Let's go old school. Old school, man.
Classic.
Yes. You then knock the Secret Service and Meek lieutenants to the side with ease. Just as you do, Commander Constantine runs to the front of the stage wearing a gold and green captain's uniform, brandishing 2 infinity regulator hand cannons. You'll be made meek! The commander constantly shrieks, pointing her cannons at you. Oh, slugger to the no. Yes. You're about to annihilate Constance when suddenly her cannons turn into 2 enormous anacondas, one green and one gold. Constance, my anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun.
Woo!
Oh my God! Look at her butt.
Damn.
Actually, I prefer the meek to be unmade. You spin towards this new voice to find black magic floating inside a hole he has just opened in your stage shield. I heard this was happening, Black Magic says, standing beside you. Sorry I'm late. What do you need?
Oh,
you look over at Black Magic and are happy he finally decided to do the right thing. Still, there's no time to waste. Let's be real. We need him to make sure no one interferes on the stage.
Yes.
Black Magic nods and turns to leave so you could drop your shield to let him out, watching as he immediately is occupied fighting some powered gangs trying to rush the stage. Turning around, you know that's all that's left now is President Victon, and that's something you need to do alone. You stand facing the First Lady, Jury, and President Victon, who are now all that remains between you and your parents.
Oh boy.
Yep. You gotta be lip.
You're right. Wait. Sorry. Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought I accidentally jumped ahead and I was like, wait, what? And then I found it. Sorry about that.
You're good.
How do you live with yourself after all you've done, you say, staring President Victon straight in his eyes? But you find nothing there. No remorse, no emotion, just cold calculations.
So I'm checking to see where my parents are just because my dogs are even going even more nuts.
Oh,
Jesus
God.
Christ, they're still 2 hours away. What the fuck? All I've ever done is to make this nation, this world a safer place. President Victon returns. Now, Jury, would you kindly arrest this terrorist? Jury moves forward, but not to fight you. Instead, he stands beside you and turns to face his father. We both know I couldn't take down Captain Hammer if I wanted to, Jerry says, this time his smug face directed at President Victon. Because you bought me my fake meat chip perspective powers when I was a kid to mold me into your image. Oh, and to lie to the nation about having a powered son to further your political career.
Ooh.
President Victon glares at Jury, looking like he may explode. In return, Jury just smiles his defiant smile, his chest puffed up as usual. And that's not all. I know that you... Jury doesn't get to finish, however. A diamond blaster suddenly knocks him off the stage. You ungrateful little slugger!
Oh!
Miss Victon sends diamonds glowing around her clenched fist. What the slugger? Your mouth falls open. Since when did Miss Victon have powers? You freeze from the shock of seeing the First Lady pulsating diamond sparkles, which gives her enough time to raise her fist at you. You're not my slugging mother! Jury screams.
Ooh.
Next thing you know, Jury is back on his feet, tackling the First Lady off stage. As they hit the ground, you decide to open up your shield and let them duke it out on their own, which means it's just down to you and President Victon facing off with the world watching.
Dun, dun, dun.
Psst, that's you.
That's some dysfunctional family you have there, Mr. President, you say.
Not as dysfunctional as your family of criminals. President Victor snarls, turning to your parents' cell with a infinity equalizer gun in his hand, set to kill. No. As you see the very weapon that downed Jenny, the one that once stripped you of your powers, you raise your hand to explode it apart in a victim's grip. Trigger a tiny fusion reaction inside it, blow it apart, or blast it to his Chris. Trigger. So it blows up in his hand. Yes, my son?
Yes.
Alright.
Uh-oh.
You activate your powers, but they seem to slide off of it. The IRP must have found some way to upgrade the weapons with many power dampening fields. Frantic, you turn to your parents' cell, knowing this is your only chance to save them. Infinity equalizers can shoot through shields, Rechip How to Lose says, so you might need to move your parents.
Uh-oh.
Gravity lift. I'm going to say that now. Gravity lift him. You do so, and a breath of sigh releases President Victor blasts his path underneath your parents' cell. Oh. Knowing you only have a few seconds before Victor's next blast, you finally break apart the cell, freeing your parents. And it feels really slugger good to do so.
Yay!
Alright. You fly towards your freed parents, who are trying to adjust to their surroundings, looking like they must have had some kind of sensory deprivation in that cell. Lip! No! Your mom suddenly screams, pointing across the stage. You spin
hold on. I have to let my parents in.
Okay,
hold on.
Do that. Riff.
I'm here.
Okay. Alright. You spin towards President Victor to find an infinity equalizer blast rocketing at you. You only turn your back on him for an instant. Now there's no time to move. This is it, you think, as the blast reaches you. You close your eyes, knowing that at least your final act would have been saving your parents.
Oh.
You feel the blast ripped into your back to knock you down, and know that, wait, that wasn't the victim's blast supposed to hit you from the front?
Uh-oh.
You open your eyes and realize that you lie on the stage alive because someone shot you in the back to knock you out of the way of the blast. You stand to find out who. You see Prodigal lies on the stage in front of you, beginning to bleed out of a wound from her chest.
Oh no!
You rang? Prodigal croaks, blood trickling from her mouth. Holy slugger. Prodigal must have blasted away, taking Victor's shot to save your life. Reeling, you look back towards President Victor to find your parents have already apprehended and disarmed her. They are consummate professionals, after all. Looking back at Prodigal, you know you've decided to do what's right away before she dies right here on the stage in front of you. Fucking try to heal her.
Of course.
You need Prodigal to live long enough to see the last thing through, so you kneel down trying to heal her wounds. Don't bother, Prodigal chokes. My powers are gone now. Even if you heal the shot wound, the incurable infinity cancer is killing me quickly anyways.
Thank you for doing that, you say, holding Prodigal's hand, knowing that she's right. It doesn't matter how powerful you are now. You can't find a way to cure an advanced Infinity disease in seconds.
Let's go even. Prodigal chokes. I know for all those times I tried to kill you.
Oh,
You almost laugh, but you
no.
realize this is your last chance to tell Prodigal why you called her here. So you mentally command Meechip to Hallelujah to do a paternity DNA scan. Now that the president and Prodigal share the same change. While Hallelujah works, you look Prodigal in the eyes, knowing dozens of light cameras shrivel to capture your words. President Victon and your mother, Miss Artillery, used to be a couple, you say loud and clear. And I believe President Victon is your father. Just as your words fall onto the stage with a thud, Meechip Hallelujah appears with the official scan results. You switch her to public settings so the world can hear what Meechip is about to say. Uploading the official DNA scan to Captain American's Me Too page now. President Victon is 100% matched for Prodigal's biological father. As this revelation rocks the stage, you look up to find President Victon and your parents looking utterly bewildered. Though you look back down at Prodigal to find a twisted smile wraps her dying face. Father murders secret daughter. Now there's a real twist ending. Couldn't have it planned it better myself. Prodigal doesn't get to finish. Though her face falls slack and her eyes roll blank. And this time you know it's real. Prodigal is dead. You feel a cold grief spill through you, but you know that's useless right now. The only thing that matters is making President Victon pay for what he's done. You look up at President Victon sitting next to your parents, still looking defiant as ever. You have no concept of the damage you have done here today. President Victon sees. You just destroyed this nation. You stare at President Victon and think of Miss Artillery and Prodigal, or your parents and Grandma and Jenny. You think of all the lives President Victon has ruined, and you know that what you have to do. You know what you choose to do could really change everything, not just for you, but the entire nation. Kill Victon here and now. Knock him out in the truth. Knock him out to end the war. With the truth revealed, there's nothing left to say. Make a speech that will dishonor President Victon and call for his arrest. Reveal the ugly truth about what Victon has done and call for his impeachment. Make a speech and call for his arrest.
Yeah.
Without thinking twice, you walked up to Victon and said, "No, I'm saving this nation. You have lied about everything and abused your power to get where you are today. The truth of who you really are and all that you've done will be revealed. Until then, I am placing you under arrest."
Yes.
Yeah, boy! Yes, Trevor, we just arrested the president. Yes, we would like to do that in real life. Yes, Eugene, you heard correct.
Oh my god.
President Victon opens his mouth to respond, but you don't give him the chance. Instead, you create an energy-binding gag around his mouth. Turn him around, cuffing him with a pair of energy handcuffs. Standing there, you realize the image of you arresting the president. President Victon on live National 3V will probably live on in history for quite some time. You did it. President Victon has been stopped once and for all. With their king removed from the board, your enemies on the field begin to surrender, calming their battles on the ground. Which means the war is finally over. You won, but at what cost? It doesn't matter right now. Not now. All that matters is that your parents stand in front of you, alive and free and redeemed. And Grandma runs to join you all on stage. Your family envelopes in a massive hug. None of you say anything because after all this happened, all this time apart, there's no words to describe this moment. You feel better than you've ever felt because you finally restored the Apple name. The final chapter. You know we're going to have to go ahead and start here at Redemption Season, right?
Oh.
We got to do that.
All right.
At least as we can build our character and everything. Get people ready.
All right. All right.
You stand on the ledge high above Millennium City, looking down at the bustling metropolis, feeling its energy invigorating, and calm you at once. This is where you've always felt most yourself. A ball of the fray, you're ready to join the fight at any moment. Right now, you settle to reread the Hollow Gallery that Junie has published or has sent you. Her book is set to release tomorrow, so you wanted to review it one last time before the inevitable media storm kicks up. You look over the glossy cover, which reads in big, bold letters, "Here rise, here fall. The unrevealed story of 3 families that changed the nation," by Julie Kaala. Julie wrote the book in record time, documenting the scandal that ran down from decades ago until today. The book draws from Junie's own research, from interviews with your family, and from the victims, and from the newfound famous psychic investigation of President Victon.
Ooh.
Junie's claims she uncovered quite a bit more than thanks to the unfiltered access granted her after all the resume damage points you two were able to rack up. You read through most of the book. Slugger, you've lived through most of it, but you crack at the hollow cover again. Hollow cover again to take one last look at the story of your life. I read it in that order, if I were you. Meet you how Lou pops up to warn you. But it's your story. You can read it however you want to, boo. I don't want to read it, because we know it.
Yeah, it's not like we don't know everything that just happened.
And anybody who wants to, it's all up on YouTube. Just read it.
Yeah, it's all there. It's all there, I promise.
You take a deep breath, because no matter how many times you review the story, you're always a bit blown away for it. Flipping through the hollow pages, you take a deep breath, turning to Junie's takedown of the Meek movement. You know this section is the part she's most proud of, since it's a culmination of your years of in-depth reporting. It's a point of pride for you as well, since the Meek movement is the ultimate fate, was directed as a result choice of you made, right after the Devoid showdown. You had to weigh the options carefully, knowing that if you shut down the Meek movement outright, there would be a massive blow to the principle of freedom of speech in this nation. However, you left the Meek movement's freedom unchecked. The risky people opposed to power individuals might never see this. I decided to be the champion of freedom of speech by leaving the Meek's fate to the public, though I enhanced that freedom by exposing the Meek's true beliefs and everything I saw inside the Blessed Vessel. I decided to take down the movement as thoroughly as possible. I destroyed them. The first one, because it's up to the public.
Yeah, it's up to the public.
Uh-huh. We got another achievement now.
Inheritance rejected. Nice.
Yes. You value society that a champion of freedom of beliefs and expression above all else. So you felt it would be hypocritical to deny the Meek movement their freedom of speech. Instead, you enhanced their freedoms by revealing all of the Meek movement's bigoted beliefs and their illegal practices, opening up to a shrew of criminal investigations, massive financial loss, and great public shame. Most importantly, you made sure the Meek genocidal infinity regulator weapons were permanently deactivated and banned.
Huzzah!
While the Meek figureheads Constantine Obach and Inherit tried to flee the country on the Blessed Vessel, they were both arrested before they could. They now await trial and face lifelong prison sentences for their crime. Despite all these positive achievements, the Meek movement still exists, which means that they might someday crawl back out of the gutter to make trouble for you and your powered individuals everywhere. However, weighing it all, you know this potentially vulnerable price you're willing to pay for protecting everybody's freedom. At the end of it all, the Meek have been rendered essentially inherent, and their great weapons have been destroyed. So this is a major victory, not just for you, but for all powered individuals everywhere. If nothing else, you can count on this one of the great accomplishments of your career. Okay, you can read a little bit. No, I'm feeling a clog up in my nose, so it's getting hard.
That's alright. For the Infinite Elite, Rexford Schillers will stay in the Devoid for life. However, Scoundrel, Sheath, Cena, and the Hound managed to escape. Rumor is they're trying to form a new powered freedom rebel group, the Infra Circle. And since you let out an Infra Order and Splice Circle and you let out Inform Order and Splice Circle prisoners from the maximum security wing, it is possible that Kulik and Smither may be among their ranks. While you respect the message of tolerance that this new Infra Circle is promoting, you'll make it your life's work to put a stop to their criminal ways, since you've always been the one to do so before. As a result, you become the go-to hero when it comes to national-powered threats and issues.
Hey!
You flip to the second section on the American Protectorate, which seems to have splintered entirely after the collapse of Victon's regime. The Inherent left the team to deal with the meat collapse, while Rebellion has also temporarily retired to find himself and regather purpose. No one knows if he will ever return to the AP or the Millennial Group, though he may not be welcome back at either organization after all he has done. Slugger, no one knows if Rebellion will ever return to heroics, period, or if he even should. As for the rest of the team, Summit has taken over as temporary leader and seems to be more outspoken than ever about his anti-powered views, though he should probably be focusing on the energy on his team, since Wintry and Stage Show are still engaged in a very public feud after Wintry's betrayal supporting you at the Devoid War. I'm happy to see these heroes get what they deserve. I still believe in the idea of the AP, just not its current incarceration. I wish Wintry the best and hope she finds her way. I wish Stage Show the best, or I wish Rebellion the best.
I believe in the AP, just not their current incarnation.
I agree. With another roster, this team could be just the kind of unifying factor that America needs right now. Well, the future... Ow, I just bit my tongue. The future of this damaged roster remains bleak. There still seems hope for the AP franchise. It might be mired in public relations disaster now, but the fact remains that the first season of the Hero Project had a record-breaking ratings, and the entire nation is waiting to see what happens to the team next. So the Hero Project is actually gearing up for Season 2, which is rumored to be a Veterans versus Rookie series aiming to redeem the franchise and rebrand it with a new, hopeful direction.
And that's what we're going next!
Gigi has been brought back as a co-executive producer alongside some new producing hotshot, which means you have the inside scoop to know that Mock Girl, The Bear, Fumble, and Trana Rain are set to return as veterans. Apparently, casting is in full swing right now. You're curious to see if the Hero Project can reshape the AP into the team it was meant to become, before all of Victon, Rexford, and Rebellion's meddling. Perhaps more than any other member, all eyes are on Jury to see what he does next. He technically remains on the team, but just barely, given all he currently has to face. Excuse me. Though you know you had a hand in shaping Jury's fate when you chose to back Ginny up and make sure Jury faces a criminal trial, leave Jury's shame fate out of your hands, or give Jury a chance to redeem himself.
I believe in second chances. I don't know about
Ginny.
you. I know, but let's be real. He also wasn't 100%. He didn't know it would do that too.
It's true.
Yes.
Yeah, he does deserve a second chance.
Yes.
Jury claims he wants to redeem himself, and he started to back up this claim by finally standing up to his father at the Devoid. It remains to be seen whether Jury will be able to make up for all the mistakes he's made, but you feel that he at least deserves the chance to try. And all you know is this: if your rivalry were a real competition, you most certainly would have won. But we're not counting or anything.
No, we're not.
Totally. Whether or not Jury gets to remain a member of the AP, he's not the only victim looking for redemption. There are rumors that the newly divorced former Mrs. Victon, now revealed as a powered individual, is looking to escape the stigmas of her ex-husband by becoming a contestant on the Hero Project's second season. She claims to have had no knowledge of Victon's illegal dealings, and she has been cleared in court. But whether the public will ever accept her remains to be seen. She has kept her story mostly shrouded in secrecy, so you're sure many eyes will be glued to the Hero Project to hear the former First Lady's side of the story. Along with Jury and his former stepmom, you wonder if any of the original AP members will get a chance to redeem themselves by surviving the upcoming rebranding for Season 2. All you know is that you'll be watching from behind your 3V set this time around. Quite happy at that.
With our boyfriend. You there?
Mom walked in. Sorry, that's why I said hold on. Of course, you already know that the Victon chapters end. Victon is no longer a judge, a mayor, or a president. Victon is now just shamed and imprisoned thanks to you.
I know some other people who need to be like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we got a nice long list.
Since the end of the Devoid War, Victon has been officially impeached and now stands on trial for his many crimes. Victon will most likely be going to jail for the rest of his life.
Nah, shit.
Which is fine by you, because it's most definitely his turn to rot in the Devoid after all he has done. You may not have enacted full acts of revenge or ideals by killing or exposing Victon fully, but at the end of it all, leaving Victon's fate in the hands of the public ending up being the best thing, not just for the nation, but for your career as well. You just set the dominoes tumbling, leaving it to the justice system to reprimand President Victon instead of taking matters into your own hands. If he had, Slugger only knows how it would have affected the national sentiment. Another game over.
Was maximum damage points, though.
True. In the wake of Victon's steep fall from grace, the legacy left by Victon administration is one of the complete disgrace and corruption, thanks to all the regime damage you inflicted. In the end, I took Victon down for good. I won and he lost. All that truly matters is that Victon won't be able to touch my family ever again. Victon should never have been able to cause the damage he did in the first place.
Can never touch my family again.
Yeah, same. Whatever else may have happened, you overcame all the impossible odds to take down your most powerful enemy. And you sent a clear message to anyone else who might ever try to come after you. You will not back down, no matter how long it takes. In the end, you will win. The chapters in Jui's book that remain the most emotionally charged for you, however, are about Prodigal's legacy. You were sure Prodigal would appear in the months after the Devoid War, but she never did. And she isn't ever going to. Despite the fact that Prodigal once wanted to kill you, you know that was just a result of horrendous childhood, a way to fill her life with purpose and fulfill her mother's legacy. As crazy as Prodigal might have been, those are certainly goals you can relate to. Obviously, everything changed for Prodigal once she discovered your mother was still alive. That's when she decided her fate to work alongside you to uncover the truth about the man who destroyed both of your families. Ultimately, Prodigal left a legacy as a troubled figure who ended up becoming an unlikely hero despite her misguided evil acts and many crimes. You always half expected Prodigal to turn on you during your time working together, but she really ended up being a changed woman. Whether it was because she came to her senses after Juhi's mind tour or because she just needed a real friend, Prodigal did right by you in the end, and she died saving your life. For this, Prodigal died a true icon. She will be remembered as a champion of the downtrodden, an inspirational figure who tried to make the best of a terrible situation. Do you agree with this legacy left by Prodigal? Yeah, I do.
I also just miss her, too.
Yeah, true.
I want you to miss her.
In the end, you decided to accept Prodigal as an ally, which perhaps was all she ever needed in the first place to shed her troubled past. Given all that happened to Prodigal and Miss Artillery, you can be thankful that your own powers hadn't driven you crazy or killed you yet. You still know the threat of being overwhelmed by such intense power will always be a part of your life. Still, it's a fight you're going to win every day, if not only to prove the disbelievers wrong. As the sun begins to set, you put on Juhi's holo galley. You put Juhi's holy
Hologallery.
Juhi's hologalley wrong down. You know the final section is all about your own heroic journey, but you haven't been able to read that yet. You don't have time to now, as Grandma calls you inside for dinner with your entire family. As you walk off the terrace and back inside your new place, you can't help but feel accomplished. You are able to move into the home of your dreams thanks entirely to the lucrative contract you sign. I found a typo.
Oh, Zach! Zach, man. Seriously, man.
You signed after the Devoid War as the leader of the Millennial Group or as the champion of the Fringes. We can't have as the first official Millennial Hero of Tomorrow resident
I
protector.
need to stop for a second because my dog is constantly barking nonstop, which is the sign of she needs to go pee.
All right,
So
all right.
I will be back. There, look at dog go. No, hold on. I forgot I had the BRB.
Oh, right.
Wrong run. There you go. So give me a couple minutes.
Sure.
Whoa, whoa.
Oh my goodness.
Alright, so back to this. Do we want to be the champion? I actually kind of want to be the leader of the Millennium Group. Let's be real.
I mean, yeah, I can see
Because
that
that
being
means we
fun.
work with our boyfriend.
Yes. Another achievement.
Yep.
You now live in the Millennial Tower penthouse townhouse formerly occupied by the Diva and Rebellion before her. Not only that, your parents and Grandma were both given apartments in the tower so you could all live close to one another. Aww. As you walk inside, you're greeted by your boyfriend, Lucky, who plants a kiss on you.
The scene! The scene is everything! Ready for dinner? Oh, hold on. Ready for dinner? He asked, taking your hand.
You two are truly gross, Jenny says, standing up from her spot on your sofa.
Jenny, who still remains your best friend, now lives in her own Millennium Tower apartment as the Millennium's Group's newest member. That's why I like this scene.
Yes. Quit your groping, Jenny says, shoving you. I'm bloody starving.
Oh, no. So I actually did, I'm going to tell you this. I actually did a playthrough where I had such bad relationship with Jenny. She actually died. And I had to end the game and restart it from the beginning because I could not handle that.
Oh,
yeah.
No.
Because
Jenny can never die. No.
Yeah, because it's like they had a picture of Jenny at the dinner table with them. I'm like, no! No, we're not doing this. Mm-hmm. After the fall of Richton's regime, the Millennium Group has been fully... I can't say that word right now. Exonerated? Exonerated. And restored. Now respected more than ever, than a pivotal role in standing against Victon's corruption. Hold on, because they're going nuts again after just like... They have an hour. Jesus Christ. And now you're their leader, a position that feels surreal as it is rewarding. To think, just a couple years ago, you were a starstruck newbie standing in their halls. Their roster still has your boyfriend Lucky, Static, Helia, and Processor also remain on the team alongside Monk and Fistful, who was only invited back after redeeming himself by supporting you against the AP at the Devoid War. And last but certainly not least, you're beyond excited to have Jenny on the team too. Jenny's bionic upgrades not only allow her to make a full recovery, but they gave her the ability to finally become Noel without putting on the suit. With all her weapons and systems now built in, Jenny's bionic Null upgrades make her as strong as any regular powered hero. It's no surprise that Null has already proven herself a vital part of the Millennium Group.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah. The rise of the unpowered heroes becoming powerful as powered heroes paired up with tensions still running high as Infinity powers. The Diva decided to leave the Millennium Group to do Infinity advocacy work. Hey. Which is why the leadership position opened up in the first place. The Crush decided to join her as well, having been exonerated in the wake of Victon's downfall and thinking this is the perfect way to redeem his own Infinity crimes. Black Magic has also joined them, hoping to make up for all that he's done to abuse his powers and finally reclaim his good name. You're proud of Black Magic for finally standing up and admitting his fault, doing the right thing. It looks like showing up to help you at the Devoid War was just Black Magic's first step down the path to redemption.
Aww.
It makes me so happy. You know firsthand how important the Diva and Black Magic's advocacy work is, given all you've been through personally as an Infinity Powered. Despite all your success, there's still many barriers to break down when it comes to Infinity Power fear and gene hazard stigma. Add that to the kind of abilities now offered by any bionic upgrades and meat-tip technology, you know that the divisions already fractured in the power community are bound to worsen. Entering this new post-Victon age for heroes and anti-power sentiments end up leaving out at a 5. This is the lowest anti-power sentiment rating in history thanks to your efforts. This is a level that indicates a brand new powered golden age ushered in by all heroes like you. It is exactly where we want it to be.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes. That's good, since you've had the heaviest hand in shaping the national sentiment with your iconic status. This all goes to show that despite your monumental success, your hero work changing the world must still carry on. It's your responsibility to lead the heroic community into the next era and face any bold new social changes that arise. Entering the dining room, you can hardly believe your eyes. You fought so hard to save your family, and now they sit here in front of you, redeemed and reunited. Your parents sit side by side, beaming at you. You know, I never thought you'll be the one putting us up in a penthouse. Your mom says. Really? I always did. Your dad says, turning to wink at you. Having them here means everything to you. You've become the heroic family you always dreamed of. I can't wait to fight alongside them. They're going to retire so they can be my full-time parents. My parents will be handling my career. We need a mommy and a daddy.
Yes. Full-time parents.
Knowing your parents have finally found their rightful place, you turn to the woman who truly got you to this moment. Grandma. Grandma is perhaps the only person who knows everything you've had to endure and overcome to secure this happy ending, which is why you are thrilled to know that Grandma has gotten a happy ending on her own as she sits beside her new boyfriend, Officer Sanders.
Oh, God.
I'm not doing that.
I'm
not
happy that she's happy, but I don't know anything about
I'm not doing that thing to you, I promise. The dining room looks particularly lovely, Grandma says though of course she would. You let Grandma fill this room with housewarming plant presence. Having all the plants and flowers remind you of Grandma, though you only agreed because you had Grandma tell the plants that you would only water them if they swore not to spill the details of your home life to Grandma whenever she visits.
Ooh.
Damn, how kinky are we with Lucky?
Yeah.
You really do love all the plants, but your favorite has to be the dozen gunmetallia roses, the orchids, or the Venus de Milo's five-trapped children. I see the children.
Yeah.
I don't remember what we picked at the beginning.
Yeah, I don't remember either anymore.
As you sit down at the table, Grandma begins doling out her most famously meaty meals as you try to soak in the moment. Everyone you care about sits around you, which means that right now, life couldn't get much better. Realizing this, you feel at peace. Finally. The epilogue. Alright! You lie in bed beside Lucky, staring down at Julie's Hollow Gallery, specifically the section on your heroic rise. Come on, it's not like this thing's gonna jump and bite you, Lucky says, nudging you in the shoulder. You're gonna love it, almost as much as I love you. You turn to Lucky, your jaw drops, because that's certainly the first time that he's said that to you. If you only noticed the kid at camp that you end up with Dorian Smith, you probably would have exploded.
Right. I love you too, you say, leaning in to kiss Lucky.
As the kiss grows deeper, you let the Hollow Gallery slide off the bed. You got something much more pressing to attend to.
Oh my God.
30 minutes later.
30 minutes later.
What? Holy shit!
What?
We got, oh my God, okay. 30 minutes later, several layers of clothing later, you lie beside Lucky again, relaxed and ready to read the section of your rise. We ended with a fucking 100!
Oh my God!
Wait. No, I've never achieved 100. We
ended with a final legend. Oh, wow.
Perfect legend. Perfect. So, it's going to be fucking fantastic.
I guess we got pretty lucky.
We did. We did. We're feeling fantastic about this shit. Oh, I hit it.
Yeah.
Could be better. You scroll down, heroic stats. Okay, we work great with others. We follow the letter to the law to do what's right. We hold justice upon everything else. We are the defensive player and keeping control. We are idealistic who fights for freedom at all costs. And we are a hero to be revered and respected. Wait, did we get respect? Yes, we're respected. Yes. So, Queen, Michia Palu says, pairing in a jumpsuit replica of your iconic costume.
Oh my god.
Now that I'm a super famous for the DNA scan heard around the world, how does it feel to be the most iconic and power infinity hero on this planet? You hear her question. Question. Oh god, this is the summary, guys, of everything we've done. Like, no joke. The first chapter of your heroic rise may have been the chaotic and unexpected, but it showed you what you were made of, what you stood up for, and helped mold you into the hero you've become today. Then of course, our summary of the last game.
Right.
And then what just happened in this game. It has certainly been a wild ride. One filled with more twists and turns, failures and successes, highs and lows than you could have imagined. For a long time, with all that you were going through, you truly felt like you lost touch with your dream. Though in the end, with all the plots and manipulations and setbacks placed on your unlikely road that's made every single one of your dreams come true, and all you can think of what could be next for you. Whatever it is, you can handle it coming your way because you're a hero riser. Badge unlocked because we achieved fucking perfect legend, and that's what this is. The end.
Yay!
Gonna get next. Shit. What are we? Hold on. What is it? I gotta do this thing. Hold on. Where's my thing? So I can save this game. Overlay. No, wrong overlay. Just so you guys can't see, you just look at Dorian's face. Shit, I can't even remember the email I used. Fuck. I gotta launch the other game because I can't remember what email I used. I physically cannot. Okay, now I know what email I used. Because I don't want you creepy people, like, finding my email and doing shit to me.
Yeah, don't. Yeah.
Lip. Next. So now it's saving, so we can pull up Hero Rises, because guess who makes a nice little appearance in the next game?
Our,
Lip and Lucky. Now, of course, when I last played it, it was Argent and Lucky, because I was still with Lucky in that. No, it was with Jenny in that relationship. So, okay. All right. So now let's upload and get started, at least a little bit started on Redemption Season. Because will be getting ourselves. Really? Yes.
I don't have it installed yet.
Really?
I didn't think we were gonna end it today. I was gonna install it after this. This next time.
What's the year power
long, though.
No, it shouldn't, but it looks like there's a DLC for it. One that I don't have? Zach. There's a mini story. When did this happen?
Wait, what? Oh, I got it installed, by the way.
Okay. No, because there's the U-Power project, which I do not have. I love how I'm just also showing my Steam account and not caring. There's like a side story to it, apparently, but I'm broke. I can't afford it right now, so I would like to load.
What am we missing? Wait, hold on.
We have the Michia Power, but I think the new DLC popped up, getting ready for the new one's coming out. So I would like to load my save game. Yes, load my save game. There we go. Now next. Alright, we're good. We got it. Yeah, I knew we were going to finish it. I was like, this one's not that long. So at least we can at least start making our character for this.
Where's the DLC? Like, I'm not finding
I don't
it.
have the DLC.
Well, I'm like trying to figure out.
Go to the store page. Okay, so go to the game in your library. And then when you look to the side, you're going to see something that says DLC. Click that and it'll pop up. Like the DLCs for the game.
For Hero Rise or Hero Redemption?
Hero Redemption.
So you don't have the money to get the...
No, I have no money whatsoever, actually. So, well, that's something I'll get. We'll get later time, and do it because it's reading it. It takes 6 months after this game, so it's something we can do later. Anyways, so does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So let's at least do a little bit of redemption season before we end our stream tonight. So, because I think we can currently we'll be able to build our character real quick, at least. Because you're gonna love this. We have what? Are you done?
Oh, okay, yeah. I got it. For a second, it was like, buy now for $6. I'm like, I have it. I bought it. It's bought. What are you talking about? But then I reloaded it and it's fine now.
Alright. You gotta load the game from it. So, our lovely, wonderful Lip will be there. And Captain Hammer will have a cameo with his boyfriend. Zane, you're beautiful. You're beautiful.
Alright.
Alright, so you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you have no idea what to expect next, but that's nothing new for you. Instead, you focus on the immediate things. The morning dew sloshing on the grass underneath your boots. The sun shifting the position above you. The gleam reflecting off the enormous Ferris wheel in the distance. That sounds like a beautiful sight. Let's be real.
For real.
Yeah. You bet there's going to be... That's going to be your first challenge. Beating out the dozen of powered heroes who have gathered here to gain access to that Behemoth. Who knows what they'll want to do with you once you get inside. If you get inside. But you quickly erase any trace of if from your mind. There can be no doubt for you. Not today. You have to win. You don't have any other option. So you look to your left, where a row of constant stretches across the field. A sea of flexing super muscles. Whining turbines and crackling energy. To your right is more of the same. The nation's boldest and brightest assembled to tear each other apart from one big shot. But you're not here for that. At least not like everyone else. You're here because your little sister's life depends on it. Fail today and she will die, plain and simple. Which is why you're going to win.
Oh, jeez.
There are 100 of you gathered here today. Oh, wait, hold on. I gotta remember, this is the host. There are 100 of you gathered here today, selected as the best and brightest of our national auditions. A smooth voice suddenly announces that. Yeah, that wasn't smooth.
Yeah, that wasn't. I was sitting here like,
shit.
Okay.
I know, it's an announcer. I'm doing the announcer voice. I don't care. You crane your neck up to find a holographic image hovering in front of you, duplicated several times down the row of contestants. The hollow image depicts a handsome man wearing a suit, a face animated as much as its altered plasticity will allow. By the end of today, semifinals, only 14 of you will remain, the host announced, his voice filled with manufactured suspense. As you know, you've all been paired into teams of 2 and will partake in this astonishing race. Each round, the slowest team will be eliminated, and only 7 teams are left standing. You look to your left to where your own partner stands. His face is mostly obscured by his sleek astronaut helmet, but you still see that he nods to you. It says, "We got this." You nod back. You've only recently met this Starsaur guy, but luckily you've already become fast friends. In round 1, your task is simple. The host continues. Commanding your attention, race across this open field to the newly constructed Millennium Wheel, where there are 20 available pods that will hold 2 teams each, which means that the last 10 teams to arrive will be eliminated. So you better make sure you get there by any means necessary. As the host finished, a fleet of floating camera orbs descend to film the process. One of the melon-sized orbs hovers between you and Starsaur, serving as a potential reminder that this is all for America's #1 reality show. What you do is soon to be seen by millions of viewers, if you're lucky, that is. That your success will be depending on somehow worthy of attention. Fortunately, you look pretty slugging awesome today, though you know all too well that's not always like this. You have a unique ability to wake up every day with a different animalistic power set, but these transformations are not under your control. Some days your powers manifest can be useless or jarring or downright ridiculous, but today you find yourself in a half-hawk mode. Your current favorite change is the wings, your eyes with that now have like super duper vision, talons. Just reading that hurts my nails.
Yeah.
Talons hidden under our fingernails, or the fact these were the only changes today. Otherwise, I look completely human. I say our wings.
I like wings.
I like wings. The wings hurt like hell coming out in early this morning, but at least you didn't grow a beak this time. Those are twice as painful as you end up and always obscuring your face. You never know what your powers will bring on a daily basis, but today they did you justice, which means you and Starsaur are going to crush this. You are about to enter this nation's most prestigious competition, the Hero Project. The host continues, clearly gearing up for the end of his speech and causing your muscles to strain from your pent-up adrenaline. Now only one question remains. How high will you rise? We're going to soar! Caw, motherfucker!
Yeah. Caw, motherfucker.
We got some views coming out! Apparently, understanding this somehow means go. Starsaur bursts forward in an explosion of blue thrust, instantly living up to his name. You flap your wings and shoot forward with surprising speed, your avian eyes protected under transparent eyelids as you keep pace with Starsaur. You break in front of the pack to follow Starsaur's lead as he climbs high into the sky. You're obviously hoping to soar above the fray. Despite your speed, you can already see that you're going to be targeted directly below you. A pair of rapid and anti-power human hybrids leap and scramble forward. Knowing what comes next, you try to flap faster to outfly the Fury duo. But you watch as the Rat Man lashes onto the back of the Rabbit Woman. She then pumps her rabbit legs, and the pair leap into the sky towards you, their teeth and claws bared. Unfortunately, you're all too used to kind of this anti-discrimination. On your birthdays, rodents and reptile powers always end up harassing you. And the order rivalries run deep, especially where you're from. But that's okay, because today, you're the predator. Once the duo gets close, strike them down with our hands, knock them out of the sky with a screech, grab the duo, fly higher, then drop them to the ground helplessly, set them down in intimidation. Sonic Scream.
Alright.
Do you want to take over and read a little?
Sure. Sorry, I'm fading fast. Once the duo have leaped close enough, you jerk left and spin around to face them. Opening your mouth wide, you scream at the top of your lungs, unleashing an invisible beam of sonic screeching force. Your vocal blast lands directly in the spot where the Rat Man clings to the Rabbit Woman's back, forcing them to uncouple and lose their momentum. You watch for a moment as the Rabbit Woman and Rat Man tumble helplessly backwards towards the earth, fighting your own animal urges to swoop down for their broken bodies. Instead, you swivel back to resume your flight pattern. Alert, you have used 10 power. You've raised your offensive and intangible power use stats. An automated voice sounds in your head. You know this voice belongs to your meat chip assistant, or at least the temporary one assigned to you for the semifinals. You're sure the other contestants are used to more dynamic personalities and advanced features, but today the playing field has been leveled because everyone has been provided with the same generic non-visual personality in their meat chip warning system.
Hey.
Refocusing on the task at hand, you resume flight beside Starsoar, who just plowed through a team of contestants who are trying to rise above the race in a lightweight neon bubble. You're happy to have a partner that is as impressive as Starsoar. He is basically a human comet, hurling forward in a streak of howling contrail. He also told you that his sleek white and blue astronaut exoskeleton keeps him protected from harm, so he can use his body like a living asteroid. Apparently, NASA made the suit for him before he left the powered cadet program to pursue his heroic dream. That's the level of talent you're up against in the Hero Project. The people who thought being a slugging astronaut wasn't challenging enough. Meanwhile, you're a nobody, forced into being here to save your sister. What chance could you possibly stand? Then you're reminded of that your powers are currently allowing you to keep up with Starsoar, pushing you to the front lines in this first round. Maybe you actually do stand a chance at this, despite the odds. Though, you're reminded of the odds again as the two 20-something heroines suddenly ride to the front of the pack and wave in a wave of pink energy, trailed by no less than 5 camera orbs. You're very used to the world paying attention to traditional-looking powers like them, instead of anti-powers like you. So you suddenly find yourself wondering, is that what the producers are looking for? One of the heroines, wearing a pink fabric headband, generates a wave of energy effortlessly, an easy smile on her face. Her partner, a dark beauty wrapped in a black and maroon spandex bodysuit, pulls off streams of the wave energy and balls it between her palms. The heroines catch up to another team across the field, a short, skinny guy in oversized goggles, riding on the back of a triple wide set of conjoined triplets who leap in great
You're good.
Who leap in great unison bounds. The goggle guide spots the oncoming heroines and projects an image from his lenses overhead, a white flag waving above a peace sign. He nods at the duo exactly as they race alongside, sending them a thumbs up. Without hesitating, the spandex heroine tears loose a stream of energy from her partner's wave and pummels the triplet man with pink force. He and the goggle guy are immediately sent reeling, tumbling so awkwardly that the conjoined triplets separate, bouncing off each other like human ping pong balls. Helpless, the goggle guy face plants hard before being trampled underfoot by the surge of racing contestants. The heroines then speed forward over the fallen team without a second glance, and you can't help but wince. That was a seriously humiliating wipeout. I usually identify as one of the less cool-looking heroes, so I wish I could swoop down and help them. Given the fact that my appearance today makes me look more like one of those shining idols, I suppose I should withhold judgment on any other heroes. I'm going to do whatever it takes to win today, so I better get used to the ruthlessness and attention-seeking. I just shake the sight off and redouble my focus on flying.
Number 1. Because we always play underdogs.
We do. No matter what, you can't afford for a wipeout like that to happen to you, so you dive bomb a bit lower to kick up your speed. Veering underneath Starsoar, you figure that you must be going at least 17 miles per hour. veering, sorry, certainly fast enough to outrun the grisly scene below. As the Ferris wheel finally veers into focus, you start to pull upwards and slow down for your approach. Looking up, you see that Starsoar is beginning to flame out above you. He seems to have only one speed and setting, full throttle. Nodding at him, you drift back until the last sparks of sapphire thrust die out and Starsoar drops down onto your winged back.
Okay, I got a voice for him. I got a voice.
Excellent observation, friend.
Because he's got the helmet on.
Oh my god.
That's how I'm gonna do him. Starsoar shouts at you, patting down his shoulder.
I believe it might be benefit us for one of us. I believe it might benefit us for one of the pods at the apex of the wheel to grant us the best vantage point.
On it, you shout back up at Starsoar, your voice coming out with an unintended squawk. Ignoring this, you aim toward a pod at the very top of the wheel, realizing that the height will further separate you from the rest of the semifinalists, since most of them seem to be aiming for lower pods. Oh my god.
Are you that tired?
Yeah, I had a really long day.
You woke up at 2.
Yeah, but I worked really hard.
So did I, and I'm not sitting here yawning. I just bullshitted 4 out of 5 pages of a paper. On a book I didn't even read. I'll tell you about it when we end stream. How bad of bullshit this is. But no, I know undergrad's a little harder sometimes than grad work. Trust me, I do.
It was just my job. I was working really hard, and like it physically exhausted me.
I thought you had schoolwork.
No, I was working at my job, which is constantly running around places on your feet. No stopping, no taking breaks, because like it's all timed.
Not even to go pee?
Not usually. Like
some bullshit.
And usually I only do it for like hour bursts, so then I, take a break and go again, but I did like 3 hours straight, no stopping, because I wanted to get here on time. So, yeah, I'm exhausted.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. I literally thought you said it was schoolwork. I really did. I was like, really? Really?
No, I mean, like, I physically exhausted myself.
Right. Do you at least want to finish this page and then we'll call it a stream?
Sure.
All right.
We can do that. You glide into the highest pod without any further interruptions, setting Starsoar down next to you. Inside, you see the pod's bottom half is made of smooth, seamless silver that gives way to an entirely glass top half, which provides a spectacular 360-degree views of Millennia City. The egg-shaped pod is bigger than you expected, too. It could probably fit about 20 people, so you wonder why there are only 2 teams allowed per pod. You're distracted from this thought as Starsoar holds out his hand, a grin stretching underneath his slate-colored helmet visor. You reach out your own hand and initiate the Docker Bay Bomb, a secret handshake known only to the residents of the 6-block radius where you live. In fact, from this high up, you can make out the tops of the enormous container cranes that line Docker Bay's shores just north of Millennia City's gleaming towers. You and Starsoar assume that this shared background is exactly why you two were paired up, given the fact that it's pretty rare to live in the unglamorous Docker Bay area. It certainly makes you both underdogs heading into this competition, despite Starsoar's astronomical accomplishments. As you finish the handshake and turn to look outwards, you wonder what commonalities might connect the rest of your teams. You try to make out some of the other pairs scrambling into remaining pods, but Starsoar gasps as a second team lands inside your own pod. You can immediately tell that this other team must be famous from the way they carry themselves and Star Soar's reaction, but admittedly, you don't know much about the hero world.
So, Star Soar's gasp in my head was like the gayest gasp I've ever heard. Like, I need help.
Need help.
Alright, so I'm fascinated by the heroes, but can't afford it. I'm not interested in mainstream hero. I'm too busy and working to take care of my sister to care about anything else. I don't know any heroes who represent my own story and background as an anti-power, so I don't follow many. Our sister.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Oh! Oh, sweet Jesus, who they are! Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's who they are.
But we said we would stream here. Alright, so thank you guys who came by. This will be up on YouTube within the hour. Thank you to Lucky Ladybug right here, my lovely co-host. And I love how I point to right beside me as if she was here.
Oh, I'm obviously right there.
Then I'm stroking your
you
face.
just can't see.
Just sit there and stroke the face. Stroke the furry wall.
God.
And I will see you guys hopefully Tuesday. My streams on Tuesday, Thursdays will have to be. I have to move them earlier because of work. So we'll see how that goes. So thank you all for coming. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram and YouTube and of course here as Trans Nerd Guy. And I will see you guys all Tuesday. So bye.